Hello, this is Professor Sumangalakkutty. The name of the channel is Think Economics. I am starting the class in the typical detective story line, the curious case of the upward sloping demand curve. We know that the demand curve is downward sloping, that when the price falls you buy more of the commodity, and quantity demanded depends upon price, and demand depends upon prices of other goods, etc. But we are going to talk of a particular case where demand depends upon the price of the commodity in another kind of way. You buy the product because the price of the good is high. There are goods which you are buying because the price of the good is high. So if you feel that the price is lowered, you feel that the product is cheap, so you will go to alternatives. So you are buying it because it is costly. This is not because of snob effect. This is not exactly because of snob effect, but you want to show off probably in your consumption. Anyway, you are judging the product by its price, judging the quality of the product by its price. If the price is low, you feel that the quality of the product is low. So only if the price is high, you buy the product. So in such cases, the demand curve will behave in a different manner. Some people buy only to show off their wealth. That is what Veblen says. Veblen effect is about this behavior. Some people buy only to show off their wealth. The price falls, less is bought. Now here, this is not like conspicuous consumption or demonstration effect. This is a hazy area where you want to show off, again like snobs you behave, but in all such cases demand curve does not go up. But here the peculiar quality is that if the price is low, you do not want to buy. When the price is rising, you want to buy. So it is not a case of demand becoming less elastic or the demand curve shifting, but rather a case of the slope of the demand curve itself altering and the demand curve becomes upward sloping. Price is high, demand is high. Price is low, demand is low. This is why you buy from boutiques and other such products. Now let us talk of giffen goods. This is another instance where the demand curve is upward sloping. Very often mistakes are made regarding inferior goods and giffen goods regarding the slope of the curve. Giffen goods again is a particular case where the demand curve is upward sloping, just as in the case of the Veblen goods, in the case of giffen goods also demand curve is upward sloping. But nowhere else do you find any similarity between giffen goods and Veblen goods. In the case of giffen goods, it is a case of a particular kind of inferior goods. A particular kind of inferior goods where the income effect is greater than the substitution effect. Now, Giffen, who observed a curious consumption behavior in post-war England, he took the example of bread and meat. Bread was an inferior good, meat is the preferred good. But bread is staple food and occupied large place in consumers' budget. When the price of bread fell, they bought less of it. Reason, more purchasing power is released, and with that more meat is bought. Particular category of inferior goods where demand curve slopes upwards. Actually, giffen goods have to be taken in another context where the income effect and substitution effect has to be analyzed separately. But I wanted to point out one particular instance where the demand curve is upward sloping. Another instance where the Veblen effect is operating and the demand curve is upward sloping. In all other cases, demand curve is behaving abnormally, it is becoming less elastic, but In all such cases, in the case of snob effect or inferior goods, demand curve is downward sloping. Okay, thank you. Oh. Let us have some questions on this. I shall read out the questions. Which of the following is correct? A. All given goods are inferior goods. B. All inferior goods need not be given goods. C. Given goods have a positively sloped demand curve. D. All of the above. Second question. Veblen effect goes against the demand curve. B. Shows how some people show off their wealth. C. Shows what happens when quality of a product is judged by price. D. All of the above. Answers shall be given in the comment section. Thank you for watching.